Slow down,
Hey,
will you?
take it easy,
What are you,
Heenan.
Starsky and Hutch? Slow down.
All right, let's bring you up to date on the happenings last Sunday in Las Vegas at Caesars Palace at WrestleMania 9. Oh, what a WrestleMania it was. Let's go to Vince
Watch
McMahon.
that hole.
Caesars Palace, Las Vegas, Nevada, site of WrestleMania 9, with more glitz, more glamour, more pomp, more pageantry than any WrestleMania ever. And just who would be World Wrestling Federation champion? Yokozuna or Hulk Hogan?
Oh, I can hardly wait for this. Oh. Wow. Oh, Bobby, smell that fresh air. Ooh. Corral is over there, too. Animals are penned up. You really smell it. Wow. Hi again, everybody, and welcome to All American Wrestling. Gene Okerlund here, along with the brain, Bobby Heenan, hot on the heels of WrestleMania 9 last Sunday in Las Vegas, Nevada. They are calling it the greatest WrestleMania ever. And Bobby Heenan, I've got to agree. I've been at all of them, all 9 of them, and this was the best.
Where's the pro shop?
Pro shop? What are you talking about?
So I can deliver my clubs. We were
not
going to play golf.
No. This is totally a different kind of R&R. This is fresh air, animals, getting out with nature. I'll take you through some of these old places here on the Dude Ranch.
No, my good friend. Listen, I thought we were going for R&R. You know, golf. 4! Boom, drive some balls right into the people that are sitting down.
Keep your
Then we
elbow
go
down.
to the pool, and we get those big drinks with the umbrellas and the oranges and the tomatoes and the cherries. You know, the waitress in the little skimpy suits walk by and you stiff them on the tip at the end of the day. That's fun. That's a picnic. That's a holiday. This is a farm. This is a farm. They hang people in places like this. Lynchings.
Yeah, we're not going to do that with me. You want to
Well,
go do that? You do that on your own time, not with me. I've taken you out here to kind of get you back to nature, to get you settled down. After WrestleMania, you were a basket case.
Explain that.
Well, you really didn't feel comfortable when I saw you enter the arena out at Caesars Palace on that camel. You seemed very nervous. I'm going to have you riding horses by the end of this hour.
No, I'm no wild Frank Buck from the, no. That camel, they told me stand here, I'll put the camel under me, he'll stand up. They brought it in the wrong way. I was supposed to be in a sedan. That was the only way I could get to the ring was on that dirty, rotten, dirty camel. Now you got humpless camels out here with big hooves. See, my kind
We'll
of place,
talk
pal.
about it a little
See,
bit
my
later
kind of
on.
place.
By the way, Bret the Hitman Hart defeated by Yokozuna. Also, just a mere 15 seconds later after the challenge, it was Hulk Hogan defeating Yokozuna, and once again, for a 5th time, becoming the World Wrestling Federation champion.
But that don't make sense to me. There was no contract signed. Just because Fuji challenged the man doesn't mean that the belt should go to him because he beat Yokozuna on a fluke.
You know, it doesn't make sense to you, and apparently it did not make sense to Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna. As a matter of fact, they filed a formal protest with World Wrestling Federation President Jack Tunney. He thought about it through the course of the week, and here is his decision.
Look at my shoes.
What did you step in?
After much deliberation over Mr. Fuji's protest on behalf of Yokozuna, it is my decision that there was an oral contract. Mr. Fuji issued a challenge, Hulk Hogan accepted. Furthermore, there was a WWF referee in the ring. Therefore, my decision is that Hulk Hogan remain World Wrestling Federation champion.
Well, that makes it official. Hulk Hogan, for a 5th time, an unprecedented 5th time, is the
Hello?
World Wrestling Federation champion once again. Bobby Heenan, what in God's name are you doing over there?
Trying to get a cab.
Trying to get a cab. What about this decision now, President Tunney, in favor of Hulk Hogan?
It's all politics. It's Hulk Hogan once again greasing the palm of Jack Tunney or something's going down. When Hogan gets involved in a situation like this, they always rule in favor of the Hulkster.
You know, I talked to my attorney, and he tells me that a verbal commitment is as good, an oral commitment is as good as a signed contract now these days.
But not if you're Japanese.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh,
They do it
believe
differently.
me. Believe me.
All the big
I know
business
the law.
they're doing all over the world.
That's right.
Bobby Heenan, I've got a question for you. More, of course, on Hulk Hogan and the World Wrestling Federation title. I've got a question. What do you think of midget wrestlers?
Very little.
Are you a piece of work?
You know what his favorite finishing maneuver is?
No.
Tiger Jackson?
No.
Small package.
You've got to be kidding me, Heenan. Well, let's take a look. A short match coming up with the midgets. Here we go.
Jim Ross and Bobby the Brain Heenan back with you here for more WWF action.
Scheduled for
and as the Beverly Brothers and Little Louie make their way to the ring, I'll never forget seeing Bobby the Brain Heenan just last weekend holding on seemingly for dear life on this camel. It was something I'll never forget.
The worst day of my life. I was supposed to be taken out in the sedan. Girls feeding me grapes, fanning me. They hooked me up to this 9,000-pound wild attack camel.
Attack camel?
You noticed it too.
I didn't know that you had such a fear of animals.
I don't like camel. I don't even smoke.
You wouldn't have done well on the farm.
Of course not. From Beverly Hills. I don't have anything to do with farm animals.
Well, speaking of farm animals, and just about as crazy as some that we have seen, they are popular, no doubt about it. But the wild and crazy bushwhackers on their way to the ring was their buddy, Tiger Jackson. You look good on the camel, though. You know, maybe Clint Eastwood will make a sequel to Unforgiven about the life and times of Bobby the Brain Heenan and his adventures on his camel Clyde or something.
Clyde? I don't know the camel's name. I don't want to talk about a camel. I don't like animals.
You know, Macho Man looked, I thought he looked very spectacular with the Vestal Virgins, and I don't understand what happened. I really thought, as you mentioned, that you were going to be with the Vestal Virgins.
Oh, I understand what happened. I was chopped one more time, stabbed in the back.
Were you a little bit intimidated by the Macho Man?
No, I don't get intimidated by him, but I'm not Marlon Perkins. I'm not an animal tamer.
Tiger Jackson got a pretty nice haircut there.
What a lot of people don't know is Tiger Jackson, right there, is the first daughter of the Bushwhackers.
Would you please repeat that? I didn't really quite get that.
That is Luke and Butch's daughter.
Daughter?
That's what I hear, or their older sister.
Well, this one will be unorthodox, to say the least. I don't envy the official in this match either. Not an elbow tie-up. And it looks as if Little Louie has a little size advantage. But not much.
But it looks like Tiger Jackson's a lot quicker. Matter of fact, Tiger Jackson looks like a cashew nut.
Tiger Jackson with a little sleight of hand. Speaking of sleight of hand, two good to clowns, and I don't care what you say, I saw two clowns.
See, that's what happens when you stay up late in Vegas. You'll see pink elephants if you stay up late enough. I'm telling you what it was. It was just an illusion. It's a magic trick. There's only one doing it.
Well, I don't believe that, and I think the fans that saw WrestleMania certainly would not agree with that either. And Tiger Jackson seeking some relief there in the bottom turnbuckle.
I believe he was munched upon. You know what his favorite dessert is? Shortcake.
Shortcake. I had a feeling you might say that.
You know what his favorite seafood is? Shrimp.
They...
Ring the bell, disqualify him.
Oh, yeah, what a blatant act. He should be fined and suspended, right, Brain? Ooh, right there in the arms of his friends.
See, he ran to his older brother.
Oh, that's a trio to draw to, I'll tell you.
I would like to have them by the house next door to you.
Tiger Jackson back in the ring.
That property value to go down.
Tiger Jackson putting his slightly larger opponent down. Little unique assist there by the referee.
Throw him over here. I'll play catch with him.
He'll probably drop him on purpose.
Accidents do happen, Ross. It's the world's smallest Chippendale dancer. He's quick.
Red face lock. Applied. And the referee getting a little bit of, he's kind of of stretching the rules. Is that young man, the Tiger Jackson?
You know, if I bit that referee, I'd be fined and suspended. If I shoved the referee, I'd be out of the WWF.
Again, the front face lock, and again, Tiger Jackson slapping the referee, and the referee thinks it was Little Louie that was the perpetrator.
Tiger Jackson, dummy.
And you can certainly trust the Beverly Brothers. They've never told a lie or done anything
Not to
illegal
me.
in their life. Well, you're the kind of guy, you know these guys. You guys are from the same part of the country.
Well, they're good friends. I mean, they're from Ohio. They're from Shaker Heights outside of Cleveland, but they're wealthy. They're just nice people.
And the pace quickens here a little bit. Oops, U-turn there by Little Louie, and Tiger Jackson got tripped.
It's like a Nintendo game.
I'm not sure. Brain, you're the analyst. What do you call that one?
That's a head spin.
Oh, the old head spin.
The old head spin.
Well, Louie has Tiger Jackson on his shoulders for that small airplane spin, and Louie's a little bit dizzy. Trips back over his opponent.
Come on, ref. Get Butch on there.
There's an illegal assist by Butch, and it's going to work.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
And the Beverleys now, and the Bushwhackers hooking it up. The Beverleys on the outside, and the Bushwhackers are marching tall.
Look at it. Look at it. They've all gone nuts.
Well, we said it was going to be unorthodox.
What's got 9 teeth and an IQ of 11?
I don't know, Brain. Tell me what has 19 teeth and an IQ of 11?
The Bushwhackers and Tiger Jackson combined.
What do you mean? Well, a little unorthodox, as we mentioned, but they were victorious in this contest.
They cheated. Butch came in and threw that little cashew on that other little hillbilly. I hate Mitch.
Tonight at 6, the World Wrestling Federation is back in action at Sheffield Arena, live only on Sky Sports. After WrestleMania, there are scores to be settled. See Hacksaw Jim Duggan face off against the narcissist Lex Luger. Mr. Perfect meets the head shrinker Samu. Shawn Michaels defends his Intercontinental title against Crush. Kamala, the Ugandan giant, meets Doink, the evil clown. Plus, many, many more, including the 36-stone sumo monster, Yokozuna. That's tonight, live at 6 o'clock only on Sky Sports, and it's only a phone call away. Call 0506 460000.
0506 460000.
Introducing an entirely new form of antiperspirant protection for men. Gillette Series Clear Gel Antiperspirant. Because it's a clear, clean, powerful gel, it goes on smoothly with no white residue to form an invisible barrier of protection. All-day protection against both wetness and odor. New Gillette Clear Gel Antiperspirant. One of the advanced deodorants and antiperspirants in the Gillette series.
Now that's what I call smooth.
There's nothing smoother than a pot shot from Munch Bunch.
Yo!
Some baby boglins glow in the dark, so they can be extra scary at night. Baby boglins, ideal for tiny terrors.
Green grass makes our butter taste right. We'll defend it with all our might. Now we've trapped them in the stream. We'll make butter that tastes supreme. Anchor butter from green grass.
My brother didn't want to mess up his hair. He thought his mates would laugh at him. I reckon he thought he was pretty cool. Didn't think it would happen to him, did he? But it did. And now he's dead.
The magic is here. Walt Disney's original classic, Peter Pan. Now available on video. Believe in Peter Pan.
Dane Pack lean and low bacon and plenty of
exercise
is a winning combination.
With each new day, you find a way to be your best.
Gillette Sensor for the best shave possible.
You know you gotta be a little better than the rest.
Sensor has spring-mounted twin blades that adjust to every detail of every face. Gillette Sensor. And now there's Gillette Series Aftershave Gel. It moisturizes so your face feels comfortable all day.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
A guilt-stricken mother
My son is dead. I deserve whatever I get.
proves a frustrating case for Rosie O'Neill.
I want her to fight for herself.
The Trials of Rosie O'Neill, Tuesday at 9 on Sky One.
Big tour of the United Kingdom. It starts tonight in Sheffield. I'm going to be talking about that in a moment. Top superstars from throughout the world congregating here in Great Britain for a fabulous, fabulous tour. You know, I've been with tours here in the UK, in Europe, also in Africa, South America, of course in North America, and in Asia. And this, by the way, is one of the greatest I have ever seen. It virtually reads like the who's who in the World Wrestling Federation. All right, let's talk Turkey tonight. Up in Sheffield at the Sheffield Arena. Tremendous World Wrestling Federation action on tap. Then moving on Wednesday, 14th of April, and Monday, the 19th of April, to Newcastle. A rowdy, rowdy night expected in Newcastle at the Whitley Bay Ice Arena. Thursday, the 15th of April in Brighton. I'm expecting to see some good friends of mine at the Brighton Center for that spectacular night of World Wrestling Federation action. Oh, there's more, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday, the 15th of April, and Friday, the 16th of April, we are returning to London. Folks from throughout the south of England are going to be joining us in London at Wembley Arena. And Friday, the 16th of April, and Saturday, the 17th of April, back in Birmingham at the Birmingham National Indoor Arena. From top to bottom, it is going to be an extraordinary tour of the United Kingdom. You don't want to miss any of these important dates because they really don't, quite candidly, come around quite that often. One of the great veterans, one of the great journeymen of the World Wrestling Federation. I'm looking forward to seeing him. He is going to be part of the action. Standing by right now, let's hear from El Matador, Tito Santana.
The World Wrestling Federation and Tito Santana coming to the UK. It doesn't get any better. It's easy for me to get excited about my match when I know that the fans from the UK all over are going to be behind me because the support that you've given me in the past is enough for the Matador. I don't care who I have to go up against. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to get the job done, baby. I'm going to be hooking somebody. Hooray!
All right, I just got a telephone call from my very dear, close, personal, longtime friend, Howard Finkel. The Fink informs me that in Newcastle, they have changed the name of the building there to the Whitley Bay Ice Rink instead of the arena. Howard, if it weren't for you, pal, I don't know what I would do. Suffice to say, a great tour kicking off tonight in Sheffield. It continues on throughout the week. Folks, you can be part of it. I know I'm looking forward to getting back here, getting back on the road again, as they say, for the UK tour. The World Wrestling Federation action coming to your town. Be part of it. Don't miss it. We are back just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, on an old McDonald's farm in Scottsdale, Arizona, here for a few days of R&R following WrestleMania. By the way, speaking of WrestleMania, what a tremendous intercontinental matchup it was. Champion Shawn Michaels going to the ring. He was followed by Luna Vachon. Then came the challenger, Tatanka, followed by Sensational Sherry. As it turned out, the action outside the ring was virtually as vicious as it was inside the ring. WrestleMania 9, a WrestleMania that Sensational Sherry will not soon forget. Bobby Heenan, what are you up to now?
This is the Hen House Hotel. If I gotta be here, I'm gonna get a room with cable and I'm gonna watch some TV.
You finally did something good for us. You got us a nice hotel.
You got a credit card?
Of course I've got a credit card.
You get the room after you...
Hey, you know, anything you touch, Heenan, turns to, well, you break it. That's what happens.
Let's get going before something happens.
Oh,
Come on,
please.
let's get out of here.
Bobby, the horses are over there. I'm sure that's something you want to do. Okay, we'll get going. I smell that fresh air. Let's get up to the ring. and catch Kamala in action.
The following contest.
Well,
is scheduled
gentlemen,
for one fall.
What do you think of
In the
Luna
ring,
Vachon?
221
I don't
pounds,
think anything of Luna
unhailing
Vachon. I'll
from
tell you something right
Baltimore,
now.
Maryland.
Man, she's something special. Maybe to you, Jerry the King Lawler. Maybe you have more insight into what she's all about. Maybe you know her better than we do.
Well, I certainly do know Luna Vachon, and I know that if sensational Sherry knows what's good for her, she better buy herself a new broom and fly right on out of town.
Well, look who's coming to town. Yes! What an ovation for the Ugandan giant, the mighty Kamala. And Kamala will no doubt rely on this capacity crowd, as he always does, to help him out through his matches. And he's learning fast, by the way. You're right about that, really quickly, yeah. If he stayed focused on what he was thinking about, there's no end to what he can accomplish in the WWF.
He's really learning fast, isn't he? Taking him about 6 weeks just to realize that the guy's got to be laying on his back to get pinned. Look at this. That stupid stare on his face.
You're just jealous because you can't get anybody on their back.
Now, wait a minute.
A handshake here to start things off with Dwayne Gill and Ugandan Giant.
Look at that Kamala's mouth. You never have to worry about drowning. He's got built-in inner tubes there. Look at that guy.
Oh, look at that by Dwayne Gill and another one. Dwayne Gill working down in the midsection of the Ugandan Giant. Now, Dwayne Gill better watch himself, because if he gets the Ugandan Giant, mighty Kamala, angry, he's going to pay the price. Kamala. Oh, a kick to the chops. Ugandan Giant all over Dwayne Gill. And another chop. And you better be glad that's not you in the ring now, King. No way, baby. I'm too smart for this game. I see. Another chop. You know, the Ugandan Giant's got, he's got an opposites attract type situation. He's got a heart of gold, and he's also got a vicious streak in him. Not a bad combination in the WWF. You need them both, I'm telling you. Into the ring, Dwayne Gill. There you see the cover of the WWF magazine. The Hookster on the outside. On the inside, an interesting article with the Ugandan Giant and Reverend Slick.
Well, who's going to read it to the Ugandan Giant?
I'm sure the Reverend Slick will.
Oh, you think so?
By the way, I am told that Kamala is also learning English. Exactly right. He's doing really cover fine. Here.
Yeah, boy, he's really learning, isn't he?
He is. Some things faster than others. That's right. Turn him over. And the Ugandan Giant attempting to set Dwayne Gill back up. Has him back on his feet. What's he going to do with him? Whips him to the rope. And up. And another chop.
I hope he's not looking to this crowd for some instructions.
Doesn't matter how much time it takes to turn him over now. Look, sometimes, you know, you regress. You know what I mean? He has been progressing so nicely, and this week, he might have hit a plateau, just a little bit of a setback. He can get over it. Turn him over! And there you go. He turned him over. Well, they turned him all the way up. And again. Stop right there. Oh, and again. And, that's it. Whoa. He has it. Hooked the leg, so to speak, in the count of three. He hooked both legs. The NCAA will be proud.
This contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way down the aisle, from Kansas City, Missouri, weighing 330 pounds, Mr. Hughes.
This big man getting into the ring is one tough individual.
And his opponent,
He looks mean, I'll say that for him.
Wisconsin, weighing
Well over 300 pounds is this athlete.
J.D. Stryker.
As J.D. Stryker gets his introduction, there's the bell. We're ready for action. And Mr. Hughes with a very nasty look. And is he going to wrestle with those shades on?
I guess.
That's a little dangerous, wouldn't you think?
I would think so. But it shows you the confidence he must have in himself. Yeah, he can wrestle with the shades on.
He just ran through J.D. Stryker with that clothesline. and hammered him with a straight right hand. Remember, still to come in this broadcast, the return of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. This big Mr. Hughes, very impressive looking athlete, as he takes Stryker up and over, planted him with that slam, and could have pinned him right there. As Mr. Hughes catches his opponent and executes a violent backbreaker. This guy has got an ugly, nasty look on his face. He is not happy about something. Lateral press, and once again, he refuses to pin his opponent.
He's very, very agile for his size, especially when there with street clothes on. Sunglasses, suspenders, a tie.
Right hand. He is a very physically dominant athlete who has certainly controlled this one. Kicked him right in the ribs, does Mr. Hughes on J.D. Stryker.
Looks like a guy that would collect if you were like a car payment short. Maybe a half hour late.
I would imagine he has some very strong persuasive powers. Oh, good flexibility.
Well, see, I'm not the average guy that makes payments. I pay cash for everything.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Well, I've made a few payments in my time. Bought a pickup one time on time.
Don't talk that Oklahoma.
Tremendous slam. He hooks the leg, and very impressive victory for Mr. Hughes.
You bought a pickup truck?
Hughes. I've had a couple pickup trucks in my time, as a matter of fact.
Look at this, Ross. Kicks him right in the mush.
Right in the face.
And keeps his balance. And watch how he manhandles this man. Look at this. Just drives him into that mat. Oh, yeah.
Very impressive outing for Mr. Hughes. Still to come. Much more.
How would you like to win a copy of the fantastic new WrestleMania CD and the official WrestleMania t-shirt? Then tune into Sky Sports tonight at 6 for details on how to enter. The World Wrestling Federation are back, live from Sheffield Arena, only on Sky Sports.
Would you like to win an exotic holiday? Then phone 0942 829 400 to find out how you can tune your TV into UK Gold. By answering questions inspired by programs like EastEnders and The Bill, you could then find yourself in Africa, Thailand, Australia, or America. There are even daily prizes of Kodak cameras and Kodak Gold film, plus the chance to win a round-the-world trip, providing you can tear yourself away from our programs. To find out how you can tune your TV into UK Gold, phone 0942 829 400.
Stick it on your spoon. Stick it from the tin. Stick it on your pancakes. Stick it pickles, fish. Stick it on your porridge.
Your porridge.
Stick it on its
It's cute.
Stick it on your muffins.
Pour that golden syrup all over it, baby.
Stick it on your breakfast.
Now you're talking.
Stick it on its good. Stick it on your ice cream. Stick
it on your pudding.
Stick it on your crumpet. Stick it with a twist.
Stick it on your yogurt. Stick it on your shopping list.
Natural Hints from Dulux, now available in 3 new shades.
Come to me now, you may rest your head for just 5 minutes. Everything is done. Such a cozy room, the windows are illuminated, sunshine through them, fiery.
There's one building society that's given more money to more people for more mortgages than anyone else. So if you want to get into a new home, you know who to talk to. Get a little extra help from the Halifax.
Come on, Mum, I'm starving.
Someone's looking for a thick ear.
What?
I said, who needs corn flour to make gravy thick here?
If you'd like to win an exotic holiday, watch UK Gold. To find out how to tune into UK Gold, call 0942 829 400. Our operator will then explain how to tune your system to receive UK Gold broadcasts. You could then find yourself in Africa, Australia, America, or Thailand. There's even the chance to win a special round-the-world trip.
The Agent.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
The Mission.
Operation Undertow.
The Action.
Crime in the country, don't you?
And the Women. Roger Moore is Bond.
For your eyes only, darling.
For your eyes only. Tomorrow at 10 to 6 on Sky Movies Plus.
Back at Old McDonald's farm. Watch your step, Bobby Heenan. These can be tricky from time to time.
Tricky.
I don't know if you agree with the decision of World Wrestling Federation President Jack Tunney, but he ruled in favor of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, for a 5th time, is the World Wrestling Federation champ. A formal protest was filed by Mr. Fuji on behalf of his man, Yokozuna, the big 500-pound-plus Japanese superstar. Bobby Heenan, do you know how to shoe a horse?
Everybody knows how to shoe a horse.
Well, how do you shoe a horse?
Shoe.
Give me a break, Heenan. This is a horseshoe. This is what you put on the bottom of their feet so it doesn't hurt their little
I thought
toesies.
that went in their ears. I'm sorry, Gene.
You are something else. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, we talked about Yokozuna. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, not that long ago, was just about put out of action forever in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, I didn't think he'd be back at the beating at the hands of Yokozuna, but I hear he's back, and he's looking for Yokozuna, and he don't care who he has to go through to get there. He's going to be trouble for somebody.
All right, speaking of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, here we go with an All-American exclusive this week, ladies and gentlemen. Hacksaw Jim Duggan meeting Damian Demento. Let's get to that match.
Just tie their tails in a knot.
Oh, first.
The following contest.
Hello,
is
everyone,
scheduled
and
for
welcome to the
one
Civic
fall.
Center here in Augusta.
Making his
Gorilla
way
Monsoon
down the
along with his
aisle,
lordship,
weighing
Alfred Hayes.
272 pounds.
As we take a look
From
at
the
the
outer
demented one
reaches
making
of
his way
your
down.
mind, Damian Demento.
Why would you want to call someone, or call yourself, demented, Alfred?
I really don't. I tell you something. Some time ago, you did ask me about those teeth or those claws, whatever they are, on his robe there, and I asked him what they were.
And he said?
He refused to speak to me.
Well,
I think he has other voices.
Tremendous ovation here for Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
With a vengeance too. He looks so well, superbly fit, very sleek, absolutely ready for action.
Well, Hacksaw, of course, was entertaining the idea of calling it quits, Alfred, retiring.
Whoa!
But he's back.
Oh, nice!
Scores to settle. Unfortunately, I think that gentleman right there.
Well, I'll tell you something. Damian Demento wasn't crazy that he stayed in the ring with all that happening.
He got out of there in a hurry, didn't he?
Didn't he ever? Yes. To the high ground.
USA's the champ here in Augusta. You can bet that Mr. Fuji is watching, Alfred.
Yes, this noise here is deafening here in Augusta. He certainly has this arena packed and standing right behind him in his endeavor here against Demento. As indeed he does everywhere in the world. They love him in Europe, you know.
They certainly do. And his lovely lady, his lovely missus, expecting, Alfred.
Debbie?
Absolutely. Got one cooking.
Yes, she's I beg you, that's an awful thing to say like that.
What do you mean? What's wrong with that?
Well, she's expecting child.
Got something in the oven. Don't you use that terminology in merry old England?
No, certainly not.
What do you call it?
You say she's with child.
She's with child.
Yes.
Oh. Well, the child may be with her.
And that's going to be a glorious occasion. Can you imagine what sort of a daddy Hacksaw will make?
I'm trying to
think about that, Alfred?
Well, I think he'll make a superb father. Look at him.
The kid's liable to come out of there swinging a 2x4.
Well, if he comes out bustling with energy like this fellow, he will be swinging the 2x4, maybe a bigger one than that.
You know, his wife did indeed want him to retire.
Yes, she did.
You know, because let's face it, he got his clock cleaned pretty good.
Yes, he did. But he's come back from adversity before.
There
he's
comes.
done it again.
Oh, Demento rolled out of there in a hurry, showing us a little bit of smarts.
Yes, and Hacksaw grinned then. He gave himself a little laugh in his disappointment that Demento didn't stay in the ring, but he'll chase him down again.
You just told our cameraman to get out of the way, Albert, before you get run over like a freight train.
Yes, and the cameraman got out of the way very quickly.
Sucker shot from the outside by Demento. This is going to buy him a little time here. But all he's going to do, Alfred, is make Hacksaw mad. Or madder.
I think so, yes. And this is what Hacksaw likes. He likes to exchange blows. He likes to get punished. He likes to get right into the thick of it.
Because I don't think Demento has enough things in his arsenal to put a guy like Hacksaw away.
No, I don't think so either. I think you're so right. Hacksaw looking particularly sharp today. Don't be offset by that. He likes a bit of punishment. He likes to know he's been in a fight.
Nice leg drop right across the throat. Hacksaw still hanging in there. Very deceiving to look at him. He's well over that 300-pound mark.
He is indeed. That's 300 pounds of fighting fury.
Oh,
look
it
at
certainly
him.
is. Look at those right-hand shots like a piston right on the jaw. Right where the ramus of the mandible articulates with the mandibular fossa of the temporal bone.
Gosh!
That's right on the side for you, Look at this, picking him up here, just like a little baby. He's going to plant him. Demento wishing he was somewhere else.
Yes.
Wherever the voices are coming from.
Yes, and if he'd have heard you just then about the mandible.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, nicely done.
Forget about it. Hit the music.
What a superb display there by this man, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Capacity crowd on its feet, giving the adulation so rightly deserved here to Hacksaw Jim Duggan. What a valiant effort. He is back. He's back 100%. Keep your eye on Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yokozuna, look out.
Ah, this is a taste of the Old West. This is like the old covered wagons they had years ago in those old Randolph Scott movies. Bobby Heenan, I'm getting the impression you're getting more used to this. You like it even more now, don't you?
Oh, I don't like it. There's nothing I can do. I'm stuck here with you. Let's have some fun.
What are you talking about in fun?
We tie the horses' tails together and then beat them with a rock or something. Watch them run in different directions.
Can't do that. Somebody that apparently had some fun at WrestleMania was the narcissist Lex Luger, the man that you introduced to the World Wrestling Federation. And, of course, you saw what he did to a man that you were closely aligned with for many years, Mr. Perfect.
That's right. And, you know, everybody he's been in the ring with, he has knocked out. Now, he beat Perfect. Then after the match, he laid a good one on him. Out cold, Mr. Perfect. A lot of Z's, huh, pal?
What do you mean, a lot of Z's?
Out cold. You can
I know.
Snore all the way to Hoover Dam.
Okay, terrific, Bobby Heenan. I always like to get your opinion.
That's why I'm here, Okerlund.
Because you've always got an opinion on something.
That's right. And I'll tell you who I got a big opinion about.
Who's that?
The narcissist, Lex Luger.
Well, let's take a look at Lex Luger in action.
And here comes a man about whom there is so much controversy. The narcissist Lex Luger. And I might add this, that Jack Tunney, president of the World Wrestling Federation, already having made one tough decision, is launching a full-scale investigation as to just how Lex Luger was able to knock out the hitman Bret Hart during the WrestleMania brunch, and then in the actual match, Mr. Perfect.
What is there to investigate? I guess if Lex Luger had gotten knocked out, then there'd be an investigation. No, they would have just said, well, too bad, Lex, you got knocked out. But now, how
What are you going to investigate? You're going to check the man's tights? Does he carry a foreign object? Does he take some kind of illegal weapon into the ring? We all can see that he doesn't. How can you investigate it?
Something's fishy.
How about the Hitman and Mr. Perfect both in the same day? Knocked out. Two of the top names in the World Wrestling Federation. A coincidence? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Well, I just told you, when this guy uses that forearm, it's better than Sominex. It's more powerful than any sleeping pill. It puts your lights out. That's all. He's strong. Look at those arms. Look at those biceps. There's a lot of power behind that forearm.
No question of that.
Look at
a great deal of power. One of the most powerful physiques in the WWF today. And appreciated by some fans, but no one appreciates the narcissist Lex Luger as much as he does.
Well, he's feeling great after WrestleMania 9 because it went his way, no doubt about it.
Yes, and as far as I'm concerned, had it not been for that man, I believe the Hitman Bret Hart would still be the World Wrestling Federation champion.
I concur. Exactly what you said goes double for me. Not because you said it, because it's right. King, Jerry Lawler, can you see our point? The Hitman would still be the champion if it wasn't for the narcissist Lex Luger. Yes, I'm glad you agree.
No, I don't. I see that you should make like your head and come to a point. You're not making one very well. All I can say is don't expect this match to last very long because I talked to Lex Luger. He's got to head straight out and go to Rome. Do you know what he's doing over there?
To Rome?
Yes, right. He's going to pose for a wall on the Vatican.
Oh, my
That's how
goodness.
perfect that physique is. Look at that.
Don't say perfect when you talk about the narcissist. Only one guy's perfect, and that's Mr. Perfect. And until the investigation comes to a close like it did with the Hulkster, I'm not convinced.
He slapped the taste out of his mouth then, didn't he?
Or you can bet the Hitman Bret Hart will have a taste of the narcissist Lex Luger. Hitman Bret Hart, even though he was knocked unconscious and I might add, caught from the blind side, a cheap shot on the part of Lex Luger. But the Hitman Bret Hart, being the competitor that he is, being the true champion that he is, undaunted, defended the title nonetheless at WrestleMania.
And he gained respect from people all around the world, but I'll tell you one thing, he already had respect.
He gained respect, but he lost the belt.
You find that to be quite humorous, do you?
I certainly do, because it just made another one of my royal predictions come true. And now you say Bret Hart wants some more of the narcissist, right?
Yes, no question about it.
You know why? I found out why. I did a little royal investigating. I found out that Bret Hart is an insomniac. He has trouble sleeping, so he figured out every time he gets in a ring with Lex Luger, he'll get to take a nice nap at the end of the match.
Excuse me, I just went to sleep while you were talking, King. I think that Hitman is going to beat narcissist Lex Luger if he goes head-to-head with him, guaranteed, because the Hitman lost something that he didn't deserve to lose, and I think that's the WWF Championship belt. Just thank the big macho man in the sky that the Hulkster's got it.
Oh, boy. Lex Luger. Del Wolf coming out to Rob's head. Wait a minute, there's that same forearm we saw him throw against the Hitman Bret Hart, the same one we saw him luckily connect with Mr. Perfect with.
It's always the right one. When he hits the guy with the left one, yeah, they go down. They're just groggy, though.
And
they
look,
get back up.
This guy is out cold.
Lex Luger knows something that we don't know. I guarantee you that.
Jack Tunney, I believe, is going to get to the bottom of it. A full-scale investigation justifiably has begun as to just how Luger's able to knock his opponents unconscious. Sure, it's integrated conditioning, but it's a whole lot more than that. Something's a little fishy here, I think, folks.
No, I think that's just the macho man you smell there.
I don't resemble that.
Not at all.
WrestleMania 9 is now history, and one battle that is certain to be long remembered in the annals of the WWF is the encounter that took place between The Undertaker and the Giant Gonzalez. It all began between the two superstars at the Royal Rumble back in January, but the feud did not end there, as Giant Gonzalez relentlessly pursued The Undertaker across the country, vowing to bury him. The Undertaker, unmoved by the threats, made a vow of his own. He claimed that when the two met again, he would take the Giant's very soul. After all that took place leading up to the match at Caesar's Palace, there was little doubt that the encounter would be one of the most memorable in WrestleMania history. The Undertaker made an unforgettable entrance on an all-black funeral chariot complete with a menacing vulture. The action was heated from the beginning. Finally, it was the Giant who got the upper hand as he smothered the Undertaker. Unconscious, the Undertaker was taken back on a stretcher. Amazingly, the Undertaker arose and somehow made his way back into the arena. Well, one thing that Giant Gonzalez learned for sure, you cannot kill the Undertaker. Obviously, the bad blood between the two behemoths will continue to boil, and another face-to-face meeting is imminent.
Tonight on Sky. At 6 on Sky Sports, see the good, the bad, and the ugly battle it out in a World Wrestling Federation special event. At 8, Hulk Hogan's on his own.
These yours?
In the premiere of Suburban Commando on Sky Movies Plus. On Sky 1 at 8, part 1 of Judith Krantz' I'll Take Manhattan.
You're pregnant by your brother-in-law.
And at 10 on the Movie Channel.
She's looking for you.
Julia Roberts is on the run from a psychopath in Sleeping with the Enemy. That's tonight on Sky.
Having the WI round for a soiree. Tricia Simpson's been acting like Egon Rooney since she got a fondue set. So I'm putting my stall out. Popped into the British Gas showroom last week. Very struck with their range of new gas cookers. A young man sidles up. No interest right now, he says. No interest, I said. I'm not surprised. But that's the economy for you. Turns out he meant no interest if I had it on credit. So here I am. Tricia Simpson's butterbean whip. I wouldn't use it for grouting the bathroom. Don't you just love being in control?
I've got an inbuilt distrust of advertising, and I wanted to find out if their advert with the #1 discounter was true. And I think it is.
Dove contains neutral cleansing ingredients and 1/4 moisturizing cream.
Hellman's Light. Half the fat, half the calories. All the taste you'd expect from Hellman's. So now, you can go heavier on the mayonnaise.
New Timotei Honey-Rich Conditioning Cream. Our most enriching way to healthy-looking hair.
Walt Disney Pictures invites you to the swingin'est jungle party ever with Mowgli, Baloo, and all their friends in the craziest adventure of all, The Jungle Book.
I found this jar of Gales in the cupboard the other morning, and I remembered how I loved it on toast. Because I love Gales on my toast. Gales goes on brown bread, white bread. It spreads on wholemeal bread. It cruises down your croissant till it drips off of the side. It basks in baps and bagels, buns, baguettes, or in your bloomers. It doesn't matter what it goes on. Gales makes the most of your toast.
Great sporting action next weekend on Sky Sports. Our exclusive coverage of the US PGA continues. The MCI Heritage Classic live Saturday night at 8:30, continuing Sunday night at 9. Then, as the Premier League reaches an exciting climax, 2 games that could decide the championship. Aston Villa face Manchester City in Ford Super Sunday at 1. Then, in Ford Monday Night Football, Ipswich against Norwich exclusively live at 7. To subscribe to this great weekend on Sky Sports, call 0506 460000.
Tonight at 6, take a trip down memory lane with The Simpsons. Right here on Sky 1.
You know, this is the cactus that is indigenous to the great state of Arizona. This is the saguaro cactus. What do you think, Bobby Heenan?
I've never seen a giant Swahili cactus.
No, saguaro.
Saguaro. I knew that, so I'll make sure you did.
You know, Bobby Heenan, I've got to tell you something. A couple of great matches at WrestleMania. I cannot believe this Giant Gonzalez. Harvey Whippleman has made this man Well, he's made him a madman, a gigantic madman.
He certainly did. And you see the way he laid the Undertaker out. Did you smell what was going through the Roman Coliseum?
Smell like chloroform to me.
It smelled different to me. It smelled like a hospital room to me.
Yeah, well, you know. What about that match between Doink the Clown and Crush? Was I seeing double?
No, that was an illusion. Doink may even be David Copperfield. I don't know.
Oh, I don't believe that for a minute. You know, my good friend here, Mark Sweeney, has got something locked up under key that's a little special, Bobby Heenan, that I want to show you, if you don't mind.
Let me see it. I'll get it.
Yeah! I think, oh, my word. He deserved that. Let's get to action involving Terry Taylor.
Here is terrific Terry Taylor. Hart was knocked out cold. What happened?
Well, I wasn't there, but the way I understand it, through my sources, Hart said something, or he got up in Luger's face, and Luger just can't be bothered with riffraff. Even though at that time he was WWF champion, Luger just does what he does best. He knocked him out.
You're calling Bret Hart riffraff? Are you serious?
I'll write it down for you if you like.
Well, you should write it down and remember it, because he'll go down in history as one of the greatest champions ever in the WWF, and there is no doubt that he has a big score to settle somewhere down the line with the narcissist Lex Luger. Hey, this guy had to wrestle a 505-pound man after being knocked out earlier today.
So what was he doing trying to wolf down a free breakfast? Or what was he doing getting up in Luger's face? What he should have done is been in his dressing room 5 to 6 hours earlier on his hands and knees praying. That's what he should have been doing. Don't make excuses for him. He got knocked out because he was there.
Well,
he shouldn't have been there.
I'm not making excuses, and neither will Bret Hart. There's no doubt about that.
It's disgusting, though, with the fact that Hulk Hogan is now the WWF champion.
What's the big problem with that as far as you're concerned?
Well, he was challenged. He was challenged. This 505-pound man had just wrestled. Bret the Hitman Hart became WWF champion.
Sounds to me like you're now making excuses for your buddy Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna.
I don't make excuses. I'm just trying to be honest and fair and objective. You know that.
Oh, since when did that start?
Always
right
been like
hand
that.
by Taylor. Well, that's not what I've heard, and I've only been around you now for a week or so.
Feels like a year.
Front face lock by terrific Terry Taylor, one of the great athletes competing here in the WWF.
He's also a host of Wrestling Spotlight. He can do it all.
Great broadcast hosted by the terrific Terry Taylor, but his forte is in the squared circle, as he is certainly beginning to dominate Joey Maggs here, and Maggs showing some good resourcefulness there.
Well, Maggs is a tough competitor, there's no doubt about that.
Maggs Irish whip. No, it's going to be reversed by terrific Terry Taylor, and he takes him up and down with that sidewalk slam, lateral press, and indeed you're right, Bobby. Terrific Terry Taylor has won it. Your winner, terrific Terry Taylor.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the World Wrestling Federation at its very best will be returning to Great Britain, to the UK, for one of the biggest tours I have ever seen. Last weekend, when I was out in Las Vegas, Nevada, stateside at WrestleMania 9, so many people from the UK were talking about the upcoming tour. So much looking forward to it, and for good reason. Before we talk about the tour specifically and the venues in Scotland and Ireland, let's talk about something that is so near and dear to my heart. I love music. There's a great album that's coming out. As a matter of fact, it is now on release. It's WrestleMania, the album, and gosh, it includes some great singles. And of course, Slam Jam, you've heard of that one. USA, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, that's one of my favorites. And WrestleMania, the song, all part of that album. They didn't ask me for any of my musical talents, but who knows, maybe the next time out. Now then, let's talk Turkey. Here in the United Kingdom, Scotland and Ireland, this Tuesday, Aberdeen. At Aberdeen's Exhibition and Conference Center, the World Wrestling Federation in Aberdeen. Saturday, the 17th of April, and Sunday, the 18th, in Glasgow at the Scottish Exhibition and Conference Center. Tuesday, 20th of April, in Belfast at King's Hall. Oh my, get ready. Action galore. And Wednesday, the 21st of April, in Dublin at the Point Depot as they say, for another tremendous night of World Wrestling Federation action. I am so glad to see the fans in Scotland and Ireland finally getting to see the great superstars in the World Wrestling Federation. And very well, one of those superstars you could be seeing is standing by. Let's hear right now from Razor Ramon.
Yo, everybody listen to me. I am Razor Ramon, the bad guy. I'm coming to the UK, man. You asked for it, you got it. Razor Ramon on his way. And chicos, I'm coming for one reason. To add the gold to my collection. Hitman, I can't wait to get my hands on you. El Matador, my Latino compadre. You chicos step in my way and I'll carve you up.
Razor Ramon, that without any question of a doubt has been on a tear since he has arrived in the World Wrestling Federation. Don't forget now, the UK tour is underway, and we're going to be in Scotland and Ireland throughout the United Kingdom. When we come to town, don't miss it. It's going to be a big, big event.
Are you sure this thing's not dangerous?
This horse is one of the best horses I've got, Bobby, so you just take it easy.
I don't really like animals. I've been through with camels and stuff. But I need to get to the highway. Now, the guy in the green shirt over there, see him? He's a good friend of mine, Gene Okerman. He's got my money. He'll pay you. Whatever the rental is on the horse.
I got to get paid from him?
That's right. I'd pay you, pal. I just don't have it on me right now.
Where are you going with my horse?
I'm just going over to the highway to make sure it's the right way. I'll bring it right back.
Hey, Mark.
You guys.
Mark.
Come on, I'm Mark. My name's Bobby.
No. This is Mark Sweeney, the guy I've been telling you about. My good friend. He owns Old McDonald's farm here, Mark. What's going on?
Well,
but that's not important. That's not important. We're just going to let me ride out.
Wait a minute, Heaton. What's going on here?
I was just going to go out back and hanker a bit, you know.
What do you mean, hanker a bit?
Yeah,
where are you going?
Cowboys do. I'm just going to a little stroll around here.
You want to go someplace?
Yes, I'd like to go someplace.
Well, we've got an old saying where I'm from.
Slow, huh?
Hasta la vista, baby. Get out of there.
Whoa! Stop!
Poor Bobby the Brain Heaton, Mean Gene said, we'll see you next week right back here. Holy cow.
Old football. You're going to be on a boat eventually.